Oh my gosh, what a way to start JTF! It's my favorite thing ever. Am I on? Yeah, sort of. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was beautiful. That was so lovely. Thank you for inviting us to your fantastic party. I loved it so much. Where are you in the process of this show? Have you been working on it for a while? Yes? A couple weeks ago you did the show, so you're coming back and working on it. That's so great. Godspell is truly a show about ensemble and community, and it is only as strong as the entire cast. And what I was so impressed with is just how much they are taking care of each other, and that whatever age or whatever height or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can see they're all taking care of each other and using each other in a wonderful way of group storytelling, right? No one person is above anyone else. It's all about that wonderful ensemble work. So thank you. I want to give a shout out to a couple of folks. There's just so many, our Jesus and Judas were fantastic. Discovery and stillness, even with our littles and beautiful city, that was incredible. The way that they were able to hold themselves in their poise and take up space in a room. Sometimes you can't teach seasoned college seniors that, you know? It is a really incredible skill. I appreciate that big crescendo in Beautiful City. I love that.
Yes.
And they built the city right in front of us. It was so incredible. I love that. But yeah, way to give energy and focus to each other. That means you are very gracious, wonderful young performers to be able to do that. That's a really, a high level of skill to be able to give and take like that. If I had to say anything, because I have to, I can't just get glowing reviews the entire time though I want to, I would say when in a show like this, which has some elements of pop music, which has repetition, there's a really awesome opportunity here to build. So every time you use a word, whether it's bless the Lord, and especially when it's towards the end of the song and we may be losing stamina, think about every time you say a word, or a phrase, or a hook of a song, what does that mean? And why am I saying it again and again and again? Am I doubling down on something? Am I questioning something? Am I creating enough of an arc and a build so that the end it really takes me to a new place? So anytime you have lyrics that repeat, I think of it as a gift in a way of being able to just dig in and figure out how can I get the most out of the arc of the entire song. So that was one thing. But I just love the discovery that you were having in this piece, and you're just a beautiful ensemble work. You really hold yourselves like true professionals. So kudos, congratulations.
We're on. Hello. Great job. Great job. I got to do Godspell when I was probably your age as well. And so I know it is a very, very difficult show. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of lyrics going on. But you conquered them. You did it. And you succeeded. One thing that I love about this is with Godspell, you don't need crazy props or big sets or anything or these lavish costumes. I got the vibe, the whole 60s, 70s kind of tie-dye with the guitars on it. I love it. I'm a rock and roller, so I love it. Shout outs to Soloist 3. The Beautiful City, the intro of The Beautiful City with 3 girls in the front. I got chills. I thought it was so innocent. I just thought it was beautiful. I kind of got a little teary-eyed for a second. Great work with that. I loved it. Also the crescendo, what Ron said, that kind of just really hit home. Just one thing that I think to watch is just staying energized as an ensemble. Rob said this is a very big ensemble piece, so just stay energized if you're not up here taking the solo. All right? And great work, Judas and Jesus, in All for the Best. Really keeping the time away.
I'm going. Hello, and now I get to gush about how incredible you were. You don't need to hear my whole resume, but a little bit about me is that I'm obsessed with ensemble work and creative physical storytelling. So the fact that you flippin' built a city in rhythm, in time, with dynamics, in movement was incredible. Well done! I honestly want to give a shout out to your choreographer. Yeah! Easy to have multiple levels of skill set in a group this large and be able to let every single child shine on the stage. There's not one child that I wasn't blown away by because you all were able to execute the moves you were given in such a great way. The only thing that I would want to just ask you to keep pushing forward and going towards is when you have all of those movements and you have to do them over and over and over again, find ways to maintain the consistency of energy, because at some points during some of those songs, some of that energy was starting to wane because, 15 minutes, man, that's a lot. And I can tell you, like, okay, it's the end of the day, we've already been very excited today, and now we're going to perform. Come on. So I would just offer that to you all. Some other things that I was just so, also, this show has such heart and spirit and faith, and those are all things that I cherish and am very passionate about, so it spoke to me personally in a really beautiful way, and you all took ownership of those words and those lyrics and the musicality, and so that was very clear, so that we thank you giving us an opportunity to just enjoy the emotional arc that was happening in the story. That was really dynamic and fun too, so that was great. Yes, I'm going to just keep giving it up. Jesus and Judas, that song is not... Wow, so incredible. I want to play with you just a little bit. Can you go to the part where it's towards the end of Light of the World, and all of you have your own like groups and pairings where you're doing some freestyle dancing right before Jesus tells you to freeze? Can you go to those positions really quickly? So something that I noticed as I was watching their incredible performance is that there were a lot of opportunities for self-expression woven in throughout, which I think is exactly the right tone for this type of show, because all of these are people who are following this incredible human being and wanting to just embody that essence, right? But they have their own individual take on it. So I love the fact that you incorporated a lot of opportunity for them to come up with their own moves. Here's the thing. I want you all to commit as strongly to your own moves that you're coming up with as much as you are committing to the choreographed moves that you were given in other numbers. So I'm just going to give you an 8 count. Just do your fun dancing as committed and as strong as you were when you're doing that really cool kick around. Like I want you to give that much energy. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're dancing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold! Great. Okay, I'm going to add just a little something here. Let's just imagine the first 4 counts is the build, and then by the second 4 counts, that's the explosion of energy, so that there's somewhere to go for when Jesus comes forward and it's like, oh, and you're like, whoa. It's almost, it should knock you out a little bit because you were so into it. So I want to see the build of music. I don't know what your moves are, so you will have to do that work for me, please. But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to count you in, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing, except show the crescendo of excitement and energy in the moves that you chose. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah! Exactly. There. And that's what we want. We want them to be so into it. You know, this musical has been in the 60s. You know that vibe, right? You want that vibe in this moment here, even in this ballroom. You want to feel that coming out of you so that it is a shock to the system when the music changes and the story starts to get real. But congratulations for starting us off.